What is Kelly's time, Virginia?
Kelly's time. Do you want me to read the objectives too or not?
Yeah.
Do we do the objectives at the end?
Yeah, we do the objectives. No.
Kelly's objectives are, he's speaking from the Communication Leadership Program book number 9, Persuade with Power. His objectives are to present a talk that persuades the audience to accept your proposal or viewpoint, to achieve this persuasive effect by appealing to the audience's self-interest, building to a logical foundation for agreement, and arousing emotional commitment to your cause. And his time is 5 to 7 minutes.
Now, actually, this is a perfect environment for his speech. Well, we're all sitting here filling our face. Yes?
Is 5 to 7 what you want?
8 to 10.
8 to 10? Okay.
Okay. 8 to 10.
It's backwards. Yeah, backwards. Exactly.
You have 10 to 8 minutes.
Well, we're all sitting here filling our face. We now have to switch gears a little bit and remind ourselves we're all board members of a company that has a new weight loss product coming out. And Kelly's going to be telling us some information about the web page. So Kelly Smith, his topic is web analysis, tells you about your site. Kelly Smith, web analysis, tells you about your website.
Fellow board members, it's a pleasure for me to stand before you, such a distinguished board. It makes me pontificate a little bit to give this presentation. But we've had the website up for a couple of years, and I have a couple of things we've done. We've installed web analytics on the website, and I want to show you a little bit of a few things that have happened with the website. Web analytics is a way to determine what happens to your website, where the visitors are coming, why they're there, what are they doing when they get there, why they leave, how much they purchase. There's all kinds of little statistics that come from web analytics. And so we have gathered a bunch of data together around our product, weightlossproduct.com, and I want to show you some things, and I have some recommendations of what I think we should be doing with this site. This is the first part of this, is a bunch of statistics of where the traffic is coming from. You'll see that, can't see this very well, but the search engines account for about 63% of all the visitors to the site. Direct traffic about 20, and then referring sites about 17. That's where the visitors are coming from. Now here's the first thing I want you to understand that's happening. Right here, these returning visitors, 54% of returning visitors are coming through the search engines. Now that to me is an actually fairly frightening statistic, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Next, this is the new visitors versus returning visitors, and it's as much as a 5-to-1 ratio of new visitors versus old visitors. And this is the Google pay-per-click, direct visitors, Google organic, Yahoo organic, Bing organic. And this one right here is actually, I'm going to go into more of that in just a second. The most searched keywords, people type in a phrase or keyword, that's how they find websites. And so on this one here, we are surprised that the yellow ones are new visitors, the orange ones are returning visitors. More people find our website through a related website than even typing in our own name. Now that tells me something. Something's going on here. This is what I deduced is happening. Returning visitors, Google's about 37%, direct, we went over this a little bit. But in the pay-per-click market, 2,040 of those people, about 10,000 people, 2,040 went through the pay-per-click site. And that's one of the worst statistics we can come up with. Here's what's happening. Conclusion number 1. The brand name of the company, the product, our thing is just not sticking in the minds of the people. If it was sticking in their minds, they wouldn't go through the search engines. They wouldn't type in something, oh yeah, and come back to our site. The name is too unusual, too generic, too clever, whatever. It's just not sticking with it. And it'd be better if it held in a better position in the minds of consumers. It's not sticking there for some reason. It's just not. So, remember, we're competing against SlimFast, a very well-known, multi-billion-dollar corporation. This is what we're competing against. And we're losing out because they're typing in search engines to find us again. All right, here's the recommendations. First recommendation, the company name, product, website, landing page, everything needs to be upgraded to be more in tune, in line with branding principles. Now, I admit, this is challenging, this is going to be expensive, this is not an easy solution, but there really is no other choice. We want to run a business, we're going to compete against SlimFast, we've got to do the right thing. We're going to have to pretty much start over here. All right, next thing. This is the purchasing history of our products. And I only want to show you, they are coming to the landing page, new visitors and returning visitors are coming there, but product 1 and product 2, you'll notice a startling statistic. New visitors are buying product 1 and product 2, returning visitors are not. It's extremely low, in the 0.08% range of what's going on. So we gotta do something. We gotta change that. This has gotta go. Conclusion number 2. There's only 2 possible conclusions here that we can deduce from that number. The first one is the products do not work as advertised. They're not getting the results they want out of it. And the other one is maybe they just taste bad. We don't know. Something's going on here. What else can you deduce from those 2 numbers dropping so significantly from returning visitors from the new visitors? I think that's it. I don't think there's any other conclusion. Okay? So the recommendation, we gotta make the products perform. It's just, we gotta do it. We're up against SlimFast, again like that. This, really is the heart of the matter of this company. If they're not coming back, we really don't have a business. And it doesn't matter how much effort we put into branding, it's not gonna help. We have to have a product that performs the way we've advertised it and marketed it. All right. Here is our total sales for the month, $170,000 in a month. And here shows the different segments of where they're coming from again. Now this is the Google pay-per-click side of things. We've received about $37,000 in revenue from the pay-per-click side. Okay, and the paid traffic has a conversion rate of about 5.94%, which is actually pretty good. That's not bad. The industry standard is somewhere around 2 or 3%, depending on the product. We're above that. That's not bad. So I'm not too concerned about that. But here's what the problem is. Here's the number of clicks. At 12,600 clicks, that cost us about 83 cents a click. So we spend about over $10,500 for those 12,000 clicks. We gained $37,000 in revenue. That means 27% of that revenue was spent on advertising. And so my conclusion to this is that we really just can't justify this. 27% of the cost of the revenue going to advertising cost is too much. And it can't be justified. We could justify it if it was a loss leader, when we get customers in and maybe they'll buy things down the road. But we've already shown people are not rebuying the products. So we've got a severe problem here. So my recommendation, I know you may not like this because it's $37,000 of income, but I think we eliminate all PPC at the moment. We need to just go to organic traffic for this website. And for the time being, until we get this thing fixed. All right, I have a couple more recommendations. Number 1, I think we need to do a survey. Survey of all existing customers. We put an exit code on the page, so whenever they leave the page, we have a pretty good bounce rate on the home page. We have a terrible bounce rate for the whole site. We're over 50% bounce rate. What that means is somebody comes in, they last less than about 10-15 seconds, and they're gone. They're at 50%. The home page has about 15%, so it's a pretty good bounce rate on the home page. But the rest of the site is not good. So when those people leave, we want an exit page to pop up a code that says, you ask them some questions. Did you find what you were looking for? We can ask a whole bunch of things, try to get their feel of what's going on. All right? I think we need to implement what's called idea democracy in our company, which is allowing everybody from CEO on down to the web designer or whoever to give their input as to what's going on. Let's test this, try this, because as we've already seen, the product's not working as it should. So we need to make some changes. I think we need to focus on some niche products until we become more profitable. All right, we have this cute little movie here. These are presented to you to make, as a board, to make some decisions. Numbers just don't lie. They're trying to tell us something. We have to interpret the numbers, of course. But I've given my interpretation. I think there's some recommendations you can take from this, and as a board, come up with some decisions, what we need to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kelly. Great discussion. I thought of something when